I'm prepared for it. Okay, what was the one bobblehead I was missing? The melee weapon one? Where do you... Oh, right. I know where that one is. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so let's actually try to do some of those main quests again. And see if the game can actually handle it. I think it might have to do with the overheating factor too. Because my Xbox had been running pretty hot for most of the evening. Oh, the dart gun. We're going to use that quite a lot coming up. Because it's a nice boon for a good portion of the game. Once we get to a certain point, which we're getting to that point where the enemies are going to be pretty ridiculous. So by having the dart gun, we can cripple them. Make things a lot easier on us overall. Okay. Okay, I should probably silence my phone. Let's not make that mistake twice. Oh, maybe that's why we were having some problems earlier. Too bad I can't just skip through the dialogue.
The longer we sit here, the more time they have to shore up their defenses. We should hit them sooner rather than later.
We barely have the manpower to keep the Citadel fortified. We've been over this before, Sarah.
So we just wait until they decide we're next on the list? If the Pride goes in now, we might have a chance.
And if you fail, then what? The risk is not worth the reward.
I agree. Without the Gek, the Purifier is useless to the Enclave anyway. They may give up before long.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Sarah. You just have to follow orders.
Yes, Father.
So, you're back. We had But if you... That's an With that in mind...
If the Enclave has the Gek, there's nothing stopping them from starting the Purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually.
I'm afraid you're right. We need to act now while we can.
Send the Pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
All right, Sarah. The Pride goes in. But I want them to have some extra firepower. Rothschild, is it ready?
What? No, I mean... Lee and I have solved the power problems, but we've only barely finished diagnostic tests.
So?
It's not ready for field tests, let alone live fire situations. The weapons haven't been calibrated, the navigation detection system is offline.
Rothschild, enough. Can you make it work?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we can scrape by, and I suppose if we can't, it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Then it's decided. Sarah, you take the Pride and use the robot as support. Take our friend here and secure that Purifier.
Yes, sir. Before we get started, I wanted the Pride... So... Okay. If you think you all...
So since I found out that she doesn't give you the unique Lion's Pride power armor in the vanilla game, We like to say no here because it's pointless and it's just T-45D power armor and we have T-51B, so who cares?
Get it to where it needs to go. Once the fields are down, we head straight for the facility. We'll use the robot to keep them occupied while we get inside and secure the control room. We need to move quickly before we lose the chance to surprise them. Get whatever supplies you don't already have, and we'll meet in the Bailey. When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move. All right, Rothschild, fire it up. Prime, move out!
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save here in case the game decides to crash again. We will see. I hope that's not the case, but I can't be too sure at this point. This is just so we skip the dialogue and can just get into the action right away should it happen. The reason why the game crashed before is because there is so much going on right now, and the game could not keep up. Also, don't go ahead of Liberty Prime. Just kind of camp out behind him, because he will obliterate you if you don't.
Engaging Chinese invader.
They'll run ahead, but it's their funeral.
Alaska's liberation is imminent. Obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by photonic resonance barrier. Probability of mission hindrance: 0%.
Also, with the Enclave launching mortar strikes, apparently.
Communist detected on American soil. Lethal force engaged.
You might want to hang back a little bit anyway, so you just don't take as much damage from it.
Communism is a lie.
I think Paladin, Vargas, and Sentinel Lions are essential, so you don't have to worry about them getting cooked.
I want those targets down
Communism is a temporary setback. On the road to liberation, freedom is imminent.
Did he just... Oh, Bethesda and your programming. Or lack thereof.
A democracy will never be defeated. The last domino falls here is a preferable alternative to communism. Commencing. Tactical assessment. Red shiny threat detected. Communism is the very definition of significant established stratagem. Inadequate. Revised stratagem. Photonic resonance overcharge.
And that's all we need him to do. Ah, the metal blaster. It's so satisfying to use.
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this.
Give up, Autumn. You've lost.
I beg to differ. The Enclave is at the height of its power. Once this facility is operational, the masses will flock to the Enclave for fresh water, protection, and a plan for the future.
Are you just trying to use every emote that you have? Raven Rock is gone. Eden checked out. You've got nothing left.
The American people are worth fighting for. The future must be secured. I won't let you...
You know what? Screw this. You're going down.
Search. If that's your wish, so be it. Take some small comfort in knowing you'll have little time to regret the decision.
Can't say you didn't deserve this.
takes care of that. By now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secured.
Hello? Hello, is it... Anyone there?
Of course, the man had a finger. He's easily one of the most evil characters in this game. Evil!
I'm in the control room. We're both here. What's going on?
I've been monitoring the equipment remotely, and we have a serious problem. The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out.
So fun
Not
fact,
exactly how
because
I
I have
imagined it
Broken
going out.
Steel installed, if you come here with
So, what should we
Fox,
do?
Sharon, or
Drop
Sergeant
pause?
RL3, they can go in and activate the Purifier with no repercussions because one's a super mutant, one's a ghoul, therefore immune to radiation, and Sergeant RL3 is a robot, who is also immune to radiation. And, they don't really tell you this, but the code to start the Purifier is 216.
You're going to have to be quick about it. If the radiation is bad enough, you won't have much time. I won't forget what you've done here. No one will. Thank you.
So the radiation levels aren't that bad, but if you actually stay here for too long, what will happen is it will spike and destroy, and then you'll lose your chance. And now I'm going to mute my microphone because I'm going to have Ron Perlman do the narrations.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child: selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. But it was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer learned the true meaning of that greatest of virtues: sacrifice. Stepping into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity, the child followed the example of the father, sacrificing life itself for the greater good of mankind. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The capital wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the lone wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close. For the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
Alrighty.
The Enclave is retreating. We have a location isn't going to help at all. We have a
mean comatose. After all this, to be left in a state like that? Careful now, careful. Don't move too quickly. Everything's fine, you're safe. You're in the Citadel. I was starting to think you might never wake up, despite assurances to the contrary. I've been coming down here every day to see both you and my daughter. It's good that at least one of you has recovered.
Where's Sarah? Is she okay?
Yes, she's fine. Oh, she will be. I appreciate your concern for her, but really don't worry. You've been through enough.
What's going on?
It's all right, you're safe now. You're in the Citadel. There was some sort of energy spike as the purifier started. You and Sarah were knocked unconscious and brought here to the infirmary. We've been watching over the two of you for days. I'm glad to see it's paid off.
What about the purifier? Did it work?
Indeed it did. The tidal basin is full of fresh, clean water now. We've been working to see that it's distributed to as many people as possible across the wasteland. In fact, I'm hopeful that soon we won't be referring to the wasteland any longer. None of this would have been possible without the efforts of both you and your father. I doubt we shall ever be able to truly repay you.
Did we win? Did we beat the Enclave?
Yes, we most certainly did. Between your help in destroying their headquarters and their subsequent defeat at the Purifier, the Enclave was thrown into disarray. Liberty Prime has been assisting our forces in removing any remaining Enclave forces.
How long was I out?
Just about 2 weeks. Don't worry, we've been taking good care of you.
So what happens now?
Well, that's really up to you, isn't it? The Brotherhood has a clear plan of action. The remnants of the Enclave must be swept away. The Pride has been working to this end ever since we took the Purifier back. The only remaining question is whether we can count on you to help us.
Is there any way I can help?
Indeed. We can use every able body available to us. To that end, I'm going to circumvent our standard recruitment procedures and declare you a Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. Before you do anything else, please speak with Scribe Rothschild. I'm sure he'll be pleased to see you again. He can brief you on the details of the last few weeks, as well as where our efforts are focused now. I understand that you've been through quite an ordeal, but the sooner you can talk to him, the sooner we can put an end to all this.
Elder Lyons, we should talk about the super mutants.
Oh? Have you learned something?
The super mutants are coming from Vault 87. It's their breeding ground.
Vault 87? Where you found the Gek? We've never been able to penetrate the radiation surrounding that area. This information is invaluable. Well done.
What else can you tell me about the fight against the Enclave?
As you know, I had my reservations about engaging the Enclave. They did not directly attack us, and I believed we had time. Time to be cautious. Their assault on the Purifier forced our hand. We had no choice but to engage them directly. And once that engagement was begun, we could do nothing but see it through to the end. If they had not considered us a threat before, they do now. So, we have spent the time since you and I last spoke systematically locating and destroying every bastion of Enclave force we can. Liberty Prime has proven far more successful than any of us could have hoped for.
What's going on with the Purifier?
The Brotherhood has taken over control of the Purifier and is managing distribution of the water to the people of the Wasteland. If you travel there, speak with Scribe Bigsley. He's heading up the on-site operation.
I have to go
Please
now.
be careful.
Okay, so just go ahead and max that out. Start boosting our melee weapon skill a bit. Okay, what can we get now? Okay, wait a second. And these are ones we cannot get just yet. I think we'll take concentrated fire.
Did you need something?
Initiate triage protocol.
Medical procedures initiated. Administering treat. Error.
Ouch, that hurt. What the hell?
There has been an error in the medical subsystem. Please.
Run a level 2 diagnostic on the medical subsystems.
Command accepted. Beginning level 2 systems diagnostic. Please stand by. Diagnostic complete. Results indicate a level 7 degradation in neural pathway 0x63A82. No further information available.
Close neural pathway 0x63882 and reroute remaining functions.
Neural pathway 0x63A82 rerouted through neural pathway 0x374E82. Stand by. Full motor functions restored. Diagnostic reveals no critical failures. Asshole. Medical procedure.
And now, instead of accidentally hurting you, he actually heals you.
Medical procedure complete. Acknowledged.
Brother? Yes? What do you think our chances? Can I talk to you for a moment? I'm listening. I can't help but wonder what's going to happen. We're pushing the Enclave back, but how far is this going to go? Hail! Look, we will...
Yeah. Got it. Smuggler's End.
Everything will be fine. I sure hope you're right. Just stick to your tree.
You honor us with your presence.
Hello, and hopefully the game doesn't crash on me. It already has once. Well, not in this playthrough yet, but it has a few different times.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Is the way to the lab. Also, hello. Ryu here has a new microphone. Probably sound a lot clearer.
Well, it's good to see that you're on your feet again. I assume Lyons is immediately throwing you to the wolves? Has he told you what's been going on while you've been resting?
I learned a little bit, but was hoping you could tell me more.
Yes, I believe I can. Step over here for a moment, will you?
Hail.
I'll give you a brief history of what's happened over the last few weeks and what's going on now. As you well know, this all began with the Enclave's occupation of Project Purity here. Thanks to you, their main headquarters here was utterly destroyed. They then suffered a second defeat at the Purifier. Based on a combination of intelligence and field reports, other Enclave locations throughout the wasteland were found. Cut off from their leadership, it was expected that their forces would be in complete disarray. But this has not been the case. Based on data and tech gathered from these locations, we've determined that the Enclave forces are still maintaining remote communications. We isolated the transmissions and found their origin point, an old military installation in Rockland, to the southwest. Our advanced scouts have checked over the area, but no easy access to the facility was found. So we're making our own access point. Paladin Tristan is leading the team setting up forward base in an old car tunnel near the site. Once he's settled, Liberty Prime will be deployed. Prime's directive is to neutralize their defenses and create an entry point for the team. The team will move in, eliminate any opposition inside, and cut off their transmitter. Any relevant data should be brought back here. Now, did you have any other questions? If there's anything else you'd like to know, I'll alert him.
How's Liberty Prime holding up?
Performance is exceeding all our expectations. He's been especially effective against the Enclave's vertibirds, for which we previously had no counter. We're fine-tuning his programming as we go, but on the whole, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's as I always suspected. Prime's real issue was energy management. And when Dr. Lee helped us solve that problem, well, the rest was easy.
Hail. Welcome.
All right, so we're going to do a lot more side quests because I'm actually trying to get to the max level. By the way, Star Paladin Cross there is a follower, but I'm not going to recruit her. So, what we're going to do first is I'm going to offload a couple of the things that I picked up at back on my Megaton house. And then we're going to do a few Broken Steel DLC side quests and some
Children, the Enclave have a giant truck full of Brahmin, and they've been spoon-feeding you the bullshit. These guys are
and then we're going to probably tackle some more of the DLC.
That, my friends, is fighting the good fight. Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland.
Wow, I have 10,000 caps. Holy crap.
Time once again for an important GNR public service announcement. Just a friendly reminder to all you would-be bigots out there. Ghouls are people, too. You see, children, ghouls are simply humans who've been exposed to an ungodly amount of radiation and haven't had the good fortune to
Should be fully healed. Okay, since we made it past that mess, we are now going to save. So, let's go ahead and try to do the those quest again. Hopefully the game doesn't die on us.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Megaton. What are your stats?
You saved my life. Can you You've helped me so much. It's... Really?
Oh yeah, that's right. I need it, but first things first, before we get... Yeah, fast travel when enemies are nearby. Well, that's annoying. What enemies are there? Oh. Ants. Randomly. We're gonna go offload a couple things to get a few extra caps. Not that I need the extra caps, but oh well. It's nice at least.
Welcome back. Have you been?
And that's all I have for you.
Be more careful.
Okay, next thing I want to do is head northwest Seneca Station here and give Murphy all of my sugar bombs.
Keep it moving, meat. So, what did you bring me? Excellent. Keep it coming. So, what did you bring me? So...
Buy some Ultra Jet.
Give me a shot if you need any.
Come on, I had to get some Ultra Jet. Excuse me while I just die of water poisoning. Okay, we're heading to the Super Duper Mart and I'm going to save again.